Okay.
Of course.
Okay, we are live on YouTube. Yay, we are here.
Two
So, Julie, tell
channels.
me about yourself.
Yeah, I live here in Denmark, in actually a city called Ringsted, with my three kids and my husband in a house. And actually, I have worked with Centino for 10 years, but I have also get three kids in 5 years, and also educated me as a nurse. So yeah, there has been a lot of business, but yeah, it's all. I'm 31, and yeah, it's more or less that, I think.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say I love when young people find this industry, and especially, have you any experience with direct sales before?
Um, Actually, I started up with Forever Living when I was 18 years old,
Okay.
and I fall in love with the the business and the model of direct selling and network marketing. I think it's the most unique way to work, actually.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, it is. And it's amazing when we find a company that we're able to grow with. And we are in luck, both of us, because we have an amazing company that we're working together with right now. And sometimes, even though it's the company is amazing, we are getting a little bit impatient. We don't have maybe the right tools to get us to the next level. And that is why you reached out to me, because you were asking if I could hold a training with you and yeah, go into the root a little bit. What is going on right now in your organization, and how can we speed this up? Right.
yeah, actually, and I have followed you for a time in Instagram, and I think you're so inspiring. And the way you just are yourself, it's that feeling I get, and I really want that also to do myself. Um, yeah, so I actually think that that it's just to step up and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is something I'm always talking with my people with. When I'm having a new partner presentation, when I'm trying to introduce this to someone's life, that is something I'm very strict about telling people that I don't want you to change. I don't want you to change. You have to be the same person. The only thing you have to do is start educating yourself. And that can be, you can do it fast in order to reach your goals faster, and you can do it slow. And it's just depending on you and your goals, what you want to do. And yeah, that is like a little bit of the foundation, what we're going to talk about today. Because I know that you're a mother of three, you have had three kids in a very short amount of time. And sorry, I did put my phone on silent, but my computer is still not on silent. I just have to do that very quickly. I'm not sure if I'm able to do that. Anyway, um, so you said that what are your struggles today? What are your biggest struggles today?
I think my biggest struggle is what I write to you, that the balance between the mother role and the business role, to connect these two things.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So how do you do it? You have also three kids, and yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say that don't blame your kids for not doing the business. I know it's a challenge, and I have three kids myself. My kids are 3, 6, and 9. Uh, and what I first of all, what I did together with my kids was just to sit them down and kind of explain that, okay, mommy's starting my own business again. And this time it's going to look a little bit different, and I'm going to have to work awkward hours, and I might have to work when you want my attention, and so on. So we sat down together, and even my younger kids, they understand this. So we put goals as a family. What we're going to do when I reach different promotions, because I really want to say it's a promotion. Sorry, I don't know why my computer is not able to be quiet. I just got myself a new one and it doesn't want to show up, and someone is keep on texting me.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, so first of all, I would sit down with my family and write down, when I'm reaching this promotion, how are we going to celebrate this as a family? Because when you do that, the kids will understand that when you're working towards a goal that will lead your whole family forward. And even the younger ones understand this. My youngest one was 8 months old when I started this business. And yeah, no, she was almost a year. But anyway, and then they will be more like, oh, mom, shouldn't you go and work now? Because they want to reach the family goals. So they're much more patient. I have 3 kids at home right now. It's summer vacation. I put them with some snacks in front of the TV. I mean, sometimes
I
we
do that
just,
also.
yeah. And they might come here, and it doesn't matter if they come here and disturb. Because what does that show people? The people that are watching this live, what does it show them? That it doesn't matter that you're a mom. It doesn't matter if you're having a kid hanging on your boob nursing. It doesn't matter if you have 2 or 5 kids. It's still doable. And it's something you can implement in your daily life in order to move forward. And I do believe that sometimes people get so sucked into it always having to be perfect.
Yeah.
That what we're doing has to be perfect. We need to put out perfect material. We have to, if we're putting out a recording on social media, it needs to be perfect. We have to save the video. We have to download, and we need people to stop texting me. But we think it needs to be so perfect. And that is putting obstacles in front of us daring to try. And if we don't try, we don't learn. And if we don't learn, we cannot move forward and prosper. So that is something a lot of people, and especially women, tend to be, we want everything to be perfect. And I'm the same way. It's every time I do stuff like that, it's a challenge for me mentally. It's outside of my comfort zone. You said in the beginning that you were nervous. I'm also nervous, even though I have been doing this for quite some time. It's just out of my comfort zone. And today I'm using a program I've never used before. So I probably used, I'm like, because I want to develop, I want to move forward. And there are enough with tools out there that we're able to go to quick YouTube. I learned how to edit movies and put them out on YouTube through YouTube. So there is so much resources out there. It's just a matter of what do you want to learn, what do you need to learn in order to take your business to the next step, and how can you implement it in your life. And I've been talking with people on the phone while I'm doing dishes. I'm standing there doing dishes, and I call someone and say, hi, Amanda, what are you doing right now? Yeah, I'm doing dishes. How? Yeah, it's busy mom life, you know. And she's also busy. And then I'm implementing a business right now in my busy mom life that have the potential to leave a legacy for my kids. And it's very exciting. And I would love to tell you more about it, but I know that you're busy. So until we're able to talk more about it, what are you doing right now? What are you up to? And that way she can either start talking about herself, and she will talk about her busy mom life and her busy work, or she will stop up, she will be interested and say, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And that's an invitation to keep on talking about it and invite her to have a look at it. But you don't have to sit down on a chair and look at your list and start calling people when there is quiet, when with no kids in the background. You can do it any time of the day. You can do it in the car, when you're doing dishes, when you're out walking, any time of the day. Is that something you have, does that make sense?
Totally. Totally. And yeah. And also my thoughts that you can do it no matter what. Yeah. Also with 3 kids.
Yeah. And that is you don't have to be special in order to succeed in this.
Mm-mm.
And if we try to be too perfect, we will scare people away. People will think, oh, I'm not as talented as her. Oh, I don't have that education. Oh, I need a diploma before I can start. Or they will always be able to make up excuses. So if we are showing people that I'm also normal, I also have 3 kids, I also have a crazy busy, it's so many people that says, but I'm so busy. Really, tell me who is not busy today.
Yeah.
Don't everyone have a mortgage to pay? Don't everyone have a car they want to drive around in? Don't everyone have a family? We have people, we have sports after school, we have, they want us to be a part of everything right now. Like the school is pulling you in one direction and you have 3 different kids you have to follow up and you have to be there and you have to donate and you have to, and then you have your own job. And yeah, it's just everyone is busy, right? So when people are saying, I am busy, I'm too busy, that's an amazing opportunity to say, well, do you want to stay too busy for the rest of your life, or do you want to do something about it right now?
Yeah.
So okay, so let's dig in a little bit deeper, because I was asking you a little bit about your challenges, but you were also wondering what to do when you start a new person, right?
Yeah. Because I really want to become a good leader that is pushing my team towards success and result. And I think I could be better at starting up people, and yeah, and as a team we could be better. So just for asking what you are doing with your team, and when you start new people.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to just take a look at how big is your team today? Like how many personal sponsors have you done over the last 10 years?
Maybe 10 or something. No, sorry. I don't have the exact numbers actually, but three actually in the last year.
Okay, so you sponsored 3 in the last year.
Yeah.
One thing a lot of people tend to believe is that every single person we bring into this business will be a good leader. And that is something I want to say that is not the reality. Okay. Out of 10 people you will sponsor, maybe 1 will become a good leader. Maybe 3 will be semi leaders. And then we will have a bunch of extra people that are in because it's interesting, it's fascinating, but they always have excuses. They don't have enough time. They're a little bit too afraid of walking outside of their comfort zone. They might sponsor in 1 or 2 or 3 partners and have a couple of customers, right? But they will not go out and do the extra work to find more people, to keep on talking about it, to keep on developing, to show up to every education and event we're having, and so on.
Yeah, and it's have been me, but I have really I work about probably 6 hours a day with the team actually. Have meetings and yeah. So but I have not sponsored so many as myself yet, but I know I have to do that also.
Yeah. So have you set yourself goals on how many you want to sponsor every month, and how many customers you want to sponsor every month? Are you keep on building your own organization?
Yes, I have make a plan for the next 3 months, but I will about 4 to 8 own partners.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And have you been breaking down your own goals to how many contacts you need to do a day in order to reach your goals?
I have, but I haven't Just what do you call it? My youngest at 10 months, we are going into daycare. I'm enrolling him in daycare now. My goal is that he only have to be there for the 3 hours or something like that. But the goal was that when he was going there, I will make the plan every day. But I think I also have to be more accountability for myself.
Yeah.
Really to do what I was planned to do. I think back to the challenge. I do a lot of housework, and and I could do more.
Yeah.
With the business at the day. Yeah.
And that's what everyone have to try to understand and try to make routines that works for you. I can tell you a little bit about my own routines. Yeah. I have quit thinking that everything needs to be perfect in my house the whole time. Yeah. It's impossible. Yeah. And I'm spending way too much time cleaning up after my kids on a daily basis. So I'm just letting it be. I have a rule that I want downstairs to be pretty. Upstairs can look however I want, as long as I can close the doors, because I don't want to see messes. For example. Yeah. Then I love cooking, but I don't have time for it. So what I'm doing instead, I'm cooking a lot of food when I'm cooking, and I'm putting it into portions that makes that this frees up time for me to do other things. So I cook maybe 2 times a week, and I just cook a lot of food, and then I'm set for the whole week and have healthy home cooked meals for the family. That is something also that frees up another 2 hours of my time daily, because I don't need the preparation, I don't need the cleanup, the mess like afterwards and so on. Yeah. So that is another thing that frees up time in my life. But everyone has to look into their own life and see, what can I do in order to simplify things that I can get the hours I need in order to reach my goals. If your goal is just to, whatever I sit down and do with every single person that starts in the team, because most are doing this as a part-time next to their job, right? So I sit down with them, I look in their calendar, and I'm looking at, okay, when are you at work? So we block those off all the time when they're at work. And then when do you need dinner time? When do you need family time? When do you need workout time? And we block all of that out. And you need a little bit personal time too. Block that out of your calendar. And then we start to look, okay, here you get an hour, here you get another hour, you get 40 minutes there, you get half an hour there. And we are starting to mark those calendar places in with Cincino activities that will drive their business forward. And it will be contacting, it will be a list building, it will be meeting. And then time for following up. And then you're putting that in routine. So maybe every Monday you're calling people and just making sure that those other meetings openings are fully booked. And depending on our goals, we'll be able to tell if you're going to reach your goals or not. So I always have to sit down with someone, because they are doing this for themselves. They're not doing it because of me. They're not doing it because of someone else. They're doing it for their own sake. So I'm always asking them, what is your goal? What is your goal income in the long term? What is your short goal? And if you would like to do Cincino full time, because some people want to do that full time, some people just love their jobs, they just want to keep on and doing it part time. But they might be interested of going down 50% and just work 50% with what they're loving, and have flexibility and time over for Cincino business and their family for the rest of the time. So I asked them, what is your goal? And then after that, we set up a plan that will make the person very comfortable. They will not feel like I'm pushing them when I'm calling up and following up, because they know that's what they want to do, and I'm only here to try to help them. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
And that is so when we start a new partner, first of all, it is so important to be the leader.
Mm.
You need to step up and be the leader. And with that, you have to do and hold yourself accountable. If you're not able to hold yourself accountable, how will you be able to hold your team accountable?
Yeah.
So I like to lead with actually doing actions. There is not a single month where I'm not out there sponsoring a new customer, out there sponsoring a new partner, and contacting. And how will I be able to educate other people how to talk with customers if I haven't done it for 3 months or 5 months or 10 months? If I have my 25 customers and sit there happy on my share, how will I be able to educate this to other people? So I'm always out there and finding possibilities in order to keep my business moving forward. And if someone is not ready to run with me, I'm not sitting around waiting for them. I tell them, hey, I know things are going on, and it's awesome that we have this kind of business where you can actually have family crisis. You can actually have things going on in your life that makes you maybe unavailable for the next 4 months. And you can come back then and keep on being stronger. But I'm not sitting around waiting for other people to do a job. I keep on working. I keep on working on my business. I'm not letting anyone else be responsible for my future. I am taking responsible for my own future. And I'm not going to sit back on a chair and say, well, I should have been a president with Zinzino, but my team didn't do anything. No, we go out and we keep on working until we reaches the promotions we want to reach with our company. And the people that we follow, they will see your enthusiasm. They will see and be touched by the company. But what we have to do is that we have to give them a good foundation. And the good foundation, they get that in the big package they're buying. They get the fast start manual. So what I do always with a new partner, I sit down with that partner and I go through fast start. It's as simple as that. We're going through it from the beginning to the end. And I'm writing their list together with them. A lot of people don't get the Zinzino business going because, I don't know anyone. Well, I don't have the right contacts. I don't have the right. There are many, many excuses. So when I sit down with them and we lay out the goals, we go through fast start bonus, we start looking through, and I actually teaches my people to write 2 lists, one with potential partners and one with potential customers. And who is our potential customers? Since 98% of the world population is out of balance, and if they take a balance test and they fail, they will be a potential customer, right? So pretty much everyone we know is a potential customer. Potential partners, on the other hand, are people that are positive, that you would like to work with, that you can see you would have fun with.
Yeah.
And those people are the ones you're writing down on a potential partner list. And I sit there, write down. I go through Facebook, I go through Instagram, I go through phone contacts and make sure that those 2 lists are full with people. So they don't have the excuse that they don't know anyone, because most people haven't even been putting the names on paper and see how big of a network every one of us has.
Yeah.
Every one of us know. And then I always explain to them that, not everyone will be suitable. Not everyone will understand this. I am preparing them for failure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you talk about, failure
you have
in the beginning. Yeah.
That if you're inviting 100 people to take a look at the products, about 20 will become customers right away. About 80 will be skeptical. They will have to wait a little bit. They have to talk with their husband if they're allowed to start on something that will help their health, because I don't know if the husbands want them to be sick forever. I'm not quite sure why your partner would say no to something that is really good if you do the research. But people are lazy. People like to be skeptical and so on.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will come back eventually and say, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about this more. And right now it feels like my body is in need of this. Like, can you show me more? And if you talk with 100 potential partners and show them the business presentation, it's about the same. About 20 people will say yes. And a lot of people will have to think a little bit. And I have lots of people that comes back later too and say, hey, it was not right timing right then and there, but now I feel like I'm in a better place and would love to take another look.
Yeah. Do you do as a now in this times with online meeting and so on? Do you do the list with them on online if you don't
Yes.
could meet physically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and I say, you start writing your list here right now and now. And I can always sit reading a book at the same time. I'll just pick up one of the things I've been reading lately and say, you write your list, I will write this. And then every now and then I'm stopping up and say, what person did you write right now? Because then they don't feel like they're wasting my time because I can educate myself. Because people that says, I will do my list later, I will do it until tomorrow's meeting and so on, they usually don't do it. Or they have been putting down 10 names.
Yeah.
And if people put down 10 names and they start calling those 10 people and they get 9 no's, they think that their business have already failed.
Yeah.
So I don't let them start contacting anyone until the lists are done and it builds belief. And after that, I help them. If they're not comfortable enough to call the people themselves, I will be there supporting them, or sometimes I even take a phone call for them.
Yeah.
And I help them book in the first meetings, the first 10 meetings, just according to the fast start again.
Yeah.
And then we are making sure that we have the meetings booked, and then I'm helping them reach their fast start bonuses. And that is the most important thing. So when I have a new partner, I pretty much move into their life.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm there a lot if I'm able to go there, or otherwise we just set up lots of meetings so I can be in their life. And also I make sure to learn more about the person, not only work in business, but learn more about the person. And I try to find things that would make them smile, that would make them laugh, that would inspire them, and send them small things every now and then so they get reminded, oh yeah, I was supposed to do this and I was supposed to do that, you know.
Yeah.
It is crucial to build belief and to also promote the next event, because when they come to an event, everything changes in their mindset, in their belief in the business, in the products, in the scientists we are having, and so on.
Yeah. And do you only call, or do you also texting while booking meetings? Or
yeah, I usually do Zooms together, but I'm also giving them homework. I'm also sending, oh, you should watch this video until we talk the next time. It's only 5 minutes or it's 10 minutes. And I'm also telling what they will learn in the video to promote the video, so they don't only see the text with a link and forget about it, but I'm building up an expectation of what they're really gonna be able to see. Yeah.
But how do you, when you book meetings, is it do you teach to call the most of the time, or are you also booking meetings by texting?
Oh yeah, it's just depending on the person. I tell people, if you call, you will most likely have a higher conversion rate on how many yeses you will get. If you do messaging, you will have a lower number. So you can choose to do messaging, but you will probably have to message 10 people to have 1 yes instead of calling 5 to have 1 yes.
Yeah.
Or even 4 or 3. Everyone's numbers are a little bit different. But we can see on the statistics, it's about 5 business presentations in order to get 1 partner. And to get those 5 booked meetings, you probably have to call about 20, 25 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the teams, the people in your team when they get sponsored new partners, and if you can see that they haven't got so good started in the business, are you what do you call it? Are you reaching out to them, or if you can see that, or yeah, do you
Every time
understand what I'm meaning?
every time we have a new partner in the team, I'm
Yeah,
always reaching out to the new partner saying, "Hi, I'm Michaela. I am this person to you. I am
yeah,
more than willing to help out with any questions you might have, or if you feel like your schedule with your sponsor is not quite of working out. So I want you to be comfortable to ask me for help." And I also try to book in a meeting where we can have a personal connection. We can get to know a little bit about the person, its background, what goals she or he has, and so on. So that is really important, I believe. And I also get together with the person that have sponsored them and said, "Hey, how is it going? Are you following up with the person? Have you sent them the links and so on?" Because what we're building, even though it's a sales organization we're building, it's leaders that we're building.
yeah,
So we're building leaders, and we need to teach our leaders to be self-sufficient eventually, but they need to be taught how to invite, how to present, how to follow up. And that is also when you're sponsoring, how to follow up your new and get them started the right way.
yeah,
So that is the basics. And
yeah,
it's just a matter of doing it. And I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I hear my
yeah,
middle
yeah,
man screaming in the
yeah,
background. I
yeah,
think his little sister, days 3, have injured him, because that is pretty common in this family. Or she's just stubborn. And anyway,
yeah. And everything don't have to be perfect.
no. But I
Yeah,
probably should go and take a look though and see if
yeah,
he needs comfort. But
yeah.
yeah, I hope this training was valuable to you, Julie.
Incredible. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. You
Yeah,
are so amazing, really, and I love to follow you, really.
thank you, Julie. Yeah, I'm voting for you and rooting for you to reach your goals. I heard that diamond is the next goal you have on your
Yeah.
agenda, and I will be there cheering you along the way.
Thank you so much. I hope
Yeah,
we see you one time physically.
yeah. When we start having global events again,
Yeah.
I will be there.
Thank you so
Perfect.
much for your time.
Thank you so much, Julie. Bye bye.
Bye.